Good morning, Facebook and live and talking NCT Facebook page, and also live on Instagram this morning. Hi, I'm Zoe from the Sling Consultancy, and today we are doing Feature Friday, which is every week different carrier from the Sling library, just showcasing you the differences and how they fit, etc. So today we have the Izmi Toddler carrier. So if you look back through the videos, you'll find there is the toddler. This is a toddler. We have got the standard. The standard one is smaller and it has a slightly different waistband. And we also do the breeze version, which has a mesh panel across the top. So this one is, as you can see, is a lot wider, and it has a bigger waistband. So slightly more padded, but still really quite soft there. That's predominantly because this is aimed at older children, therefore it's really aimed for back carrying, and this does adjust. So at the moment this is set up on the narrower setting and it comes out to where my fingers are on the edge here on the wider setting. You can front or back carry or hip carry with this. It's going to just go on your waist, where's suitable on your body, one at a time, so that's nice and snug. Have your, if you're going to do a front carry, you would have these nice and long. If you're going to do a back carry, you would have those little front ones done up nice and snug. And depending on which method you're going to use to get your baby on your back, I've clipped my chest strap together. And the nice thing with the toddler carrier is that it's going to fit from approximately 9 months old. So it's the age that is suggested in the manufacturer's guide is from 9 months old. So I would say that if your child is wearing 9-month clothing, they're probably going to fit this carrier. So in terms of, I have fitted it with much younger children in terms of is checking the fit. Okay, so we're just going to put that over our shoulders. So it's still got the flared shoulder on here. Okay, and then what we can do is we can do our twisting method. So we can take one arm out. We're going to take this arm down, and if you can't reach it, just put your arm down, loosen it, and then breathe in and twist. Okay, this will help you to find that this doesn't drop. If you do this too loose so you can spin it, baby will probably be a bit too low on your back. Okay, so again, breathe in and twist, and then as long as you can, you reach your shoulder strap to put your arm back through. Okay, because what we don't want to do is use this strap, because this strap is not going to be weight bearing. So I'm not going to hold that and then use this. I'm going to use the shoulder straps. Okay, so that one can go through there, and then we can just jiggle our baby and get that into the right place. So that's one of the easiest methods in order to get baby on our back, and there are some other different methods that we can use as well, which we can explore with you in person. And then to take down, you can just take the carrier down and then hip scoot your child round. If they're older, they can come down. The method is going to depend on various circumstances, so it might be depending on where you're going, if your child is asleep, if they're awake, if they're active, if they're not wanting to go in the carrier, if they're wanting to go in the carrier. So in terms of the method that you're going to use, that is going to differ depending on what's sort of suitable. Judging the risk as a parent, you know, as you have to do all the time. So for a front carry, you can absolutely cross the straps, so you would undo and click those on. Absolutely, you can do the hip carry, which is a really lovely position. The Izmi Toddler does not offer the facing out position that you can do in the standard carrier. What I would say about toddler carriers is there is no standardisation. So a toddler carrier, they all have various different fits. So there's a really useful chart online at South East Slings, which will show you the size, the width and the height of carriers. Now the only thing with that is obviously many carriers on the market now are becoming adaptable. So obviously with this one, at the moment it's set to the narrowest. I can go wider, a bit wider there as well. So that's one side and then the other side. So yeah, it's not always going to be easy to know whether your child's going to fit in a toddler carrier. Big, so they often fit from sort of about 2 years, 3 years, depending on the size of your child. Whereas this will fit a little bit sooner. Same with the Asara toddler. So again, it depends. Toddler carriers are really, really useful for, you know, they don't want to always go up for long periods, but they might want to walk for a bit and then go up again and then down again. You know, toddlers are very, very fickle creatures. So these can be really helpful if you're going on holiday, you're travelling, you want to go for a walk in the woods, you want to do a bit of exploring, and you haven't maybe carried your child for a little bit. You might not have carried them at all in babyhood. There's lots and lots of options out there for people that want to continue to carry their children, and that applies much older as well. So there's the amazing Easy Feel carrier, which is suitable and will go up to 5, 6, 7, 8 years old if children perhaps have muscle weaknesses and need a bit of closeness and would benefit from having that closeness and touch. There are carriers out there, and often people will say, oh, I couldn't possibly carry them, they're too heavy. A carrier is always going to be slightly easier than carrying them in your arms with an older, much heavier child for longer periods of time, because of the support that it gives. And what we're looking for with any carrier is that lovely knee-to-knee squat, hammocked sort of position. So actually the carrier is doing the work, not your body, and you work together with the carrier. So there are so many options out there for people. So when you hear people say, oh, my baby's too heavy to carry, that's just not the case. There are solutions out there for you. It's just a matter of knowing what they are and how to use those. So if you are finding that you aren't getting a great fit on your carrier, maybe it's time to upsize. You're always, ideally we're looking for knee-to-knee support, but again, depending on how often you're carrying, where you're going, what you're doing, not always necessary to upsize. It totally can depend. So there's lots and lots of options out there. The Izmi Toddler is a really reasonable price, and you can see it goes really, really wide. This fits really, really well. Older children. You've also got a little bit of adjustment on the shoulder strap, so if you're finding that the shoulder straps needs a bit of cinching, you can absolutely do that. So it goes quite small in terms of, which is really useful for a back carrier if you're quite petite here. It packs up really, really small as well. It is really reasonably priced because it's not massively structured compared to a lot of the other carriers on the market. It is much more reasonable in price because of that. So it's a really, really lovely, good option for carrying older ones, bigger ones. You can also get additional accessories, so you can get the additional hood. Doesn't necessarily come with that automatically. You buy that as well, or you can have a lovely pocket as well. And these are really, really handy if you're going out and about. You just need a few little bits in the pocket. So we have discount codes for all of the brands that we stock in the library, and also if you can't make sling libraries, I can come to you with a selection of slings based on your needs. So next sling library is Tuesday the 11th, which is next week, and then it's 2 weeks after that, the end of June. Then we have one more early July, and then we will be breaking for the summer. So if anybody wishes to try any carriers, etc., you want to hire them for your holidays, then just get in touch. Obviously the sling library is free to attend. We do ask for a donation if you can to help us with costs. And then there's the cost of the hire, which is £8 for 2 weeks or £15 for 4 weeks. This one particularly comes under our normal hire scheme. We have the free scheme if the baby's under 6 weeks old as well. So pop along. It's at St Paul's Church in Dorking on Tuesday. Have a look on Facebook at the event if you have any questions. So yes, have a great weekend and enjoy. It's a bit rainy here today, but yeah, enjoy.